Hey YouTube, I'm Eric, and you're watching Just My Experience. So my first couple of videos were about the Samsung Gear S3. Today I'm going to be switching tracks from technology to food. And so today on Just My Experience, I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on Chef's Plate. So if you're here and watching this video, you probably already know what Chef's Plate is. So assuming you already do, and you're just here to find out if this is something that maybe you want to get for yourself, then I'll just share my experience with it, and hopefully that'll help you decide whether or not you want to engage it yourself. Okay, so here we are on the Chef's Plate website, and just to give you guys some context, my wife and I are currently subscribed to this two-person plan here. So we're paying about $50 a week to get 2 meals per week for 2 people. So what you do is you go into the week that you want to pick your meals for, and it gives you a selection. I've actually already pre-selected these two, but this is what it looks like when you get to the menu page. Is it gives you like 7 recipes to choose from. Let's just say that I wanted to pick this guy and this beef kofta platter, sure. And then it would be scheduled for delivery, and that's all it is. So now I'll show you what actually happens when it gets to you. All right, so step 1, it arrives. When you open up the box, right up top are your recipes. So on the front, you got your ingredients, and on the back, you've got really clear and easy to understand directions, which is good for dummies like me. On the inside of the box, which by the way you can see is insulated, so it keeps the food, fresh and cool, because who knows how long it's going to be before you get home from work, right? On the back of each bag is the nutritional information, and each bag basically houses like one of your meals, so it organizes all the ingredients for you. Then at the bottom of the box, right by the ice packs, are usually their meats and fish. And those ice packs, by the way, are biodegradable. So you just thaw them and cut them open and then just drain them out down your sink. No problem. So this is what we made last night, was the one-pot chicken burrito bowl. And it advertised like a prep time of 35 minutes, which was pretty accurate. So right now my wife is just unpacking the bag, and as you can see, like all the ingredients are already like pre-measured. Everything like this, the tomato paste, taco seasoning, spice, yeah, everything's pre-measured, so you don't have to think about anything. You just basically dump it into the pot. Everything's sourced locally, which is really cool. And yeah, like you just dump everything into the pot. At least that's, for this particular recipe, that's all you had to do. And if there's 2 of you making it, you can just clean as you go. So we were just basically washing up the few dishes and tools we were using while this thing simmered. And then like 15 minutes later, it was done. So these are basically the portions. We just use smaller plates just because we don't eat that much ourselves. But look, you got leftovers. There's another meal up in there. So here's what it looks like beside the picture. It's pretty close, and it was really good. And this was all that was left to clean up. That was it. It's awesome. Okay, so here are the things that I like about Chef's Plate, and there are a lot of them. First, the meals are delicious, which is good because this is a food service. We've had about 5 meals so far, and honestly, they have all been awesome. The selection on Chef's Plate is awesome. We're typically choosing from about 7 meals, I think, per week. And honestly, we have a hard time deciding which 2 to pick out of the 7. The price is correct. So my wife and I are paying about $50 a week for 2 meals for 2 people each. If my math is right, then that comes out to about $13 per person, which I don't know where you folks are at, but here in Edmonton, $13 is cheaper than the type of entree that you would get at a restaurant that's similar to what you're getting at Chef's Plate. And when you think about it, I think it actually ends up working out to be even cheaper than that because you have leftovers. So it actually feeds you for more than the 2 meals. I love the convenience of Chef's Plate. Everything comes to you, which means that you don't need to spend your time driving out to the grocery store and shopping, etc. Hey, your time is valuable. Part of that convenience is that everything comes pre-prepped. So everything is pre-measured in exactly the right amounts. So all you have to do is just basically dump everything into the pot or the pan or whatever without having to think about measuring or whatever. It's fast to prep. When these cats quote, 30 to 35 minutes of prep time for a recipe, we've done 5 so far, and it's been pretty accurate. I love the easy cleanup. If you're like me, you hate doing cleanup. So you saw, there was not a lot left to clean up after we made that meal. Chef's Plate. Love that all your stuff comes in recyclable and biodegradable packaging. I'm proudly Canadian. I love the fact that Chef's Plate sources locally. The quality of the food is really good. It's fresh. I just love that we're supporting local. So here's what I don't like about Chef's Plate. And really, I could only think of one thing, and it's stupid. The box. Specifically breaking down the box. You guys probably won't have an issue with this. Me, I'm just an idiot and don't know how to break down boxes, but for me, it's just always a pain in the ass. I wish they would ship it in boxes that are made also to collapse as well as to hold stuff. Really, Eric? The box? I couldn't think of anything else to say that I don't like about Chef's Plate, I swear to God. Oh! I thought of one other thing that I really do love about Chef's Plate. Chef's Plate makes it fun for me to cook with my wife. This is not news to most couples, I'm sure. I'm sure that most couples already have an awesome time cooking together. With me and my wife, what we usually do is trade nights. So it's her night to cook and then it's my night, etc. What Chef's Plate does is it kind of unites us in working on a meal together. So we get this awesome package in the mail, and getting packages in the mail is always fun. And inside is like a mini project. You know, it's got instructions and it's got like all the ingredients that you need to make this delicious meal together. It's just a lot of fun, and I think it's just a great way to spend time with each other. So if you're here in Canada, I highly recommend trying Chef's Plate for a month. Honestly, that's what we did. I got Chef's Plate for my wife as a Christmas present to try for a month, but I swear to God, like, I think we're gonna stick with it because I mean, $50 a week. I mean, the math speaks for itself. Price-wise, we can afford that. So I hope that's helpful to you guys if you're just, thinking about whether or not to do Chef's Plate for yourselves. If you have any questions or comments, then leave it below. And I'm Eric. You're watching Just My Experience. Thanks for stopping by.